We need leaders in Africa who are free and liberated of maleficence or vindictiveness. We need leaders who are strong, who possess sufficient leadership intelligence to be able to chart the course in the midst of a hazy global climate for the next generation.
Hello friends, my name is Emmanuel Sam and I'd like to welcome you today to our Monday leadership broadcast. I hope you've been following us on our subsequent sessions, and if you haven't, please do well to follow us on our channels across our social media, across all our social media handles, and also ensure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get updates and see how we can progress from there. Thank you very much. Today I'd like us to look at leadership structures and transitions. Leadership structures and transitions. So, how do leaders navigate transitions structurally? Corporate organizations, business environments, churches, but who are led by authentic leaders. Now, the concept of structures, first of all, you must understand context. There are different kinds of structures. There are autocratic structures, the traditional leadership up-down structures. There are structures that are peer-oriented, professional structures, and all of that. But when people come together, share the same ideals, and are working towards a common goal, over time, it becomes recognized as a structure when there is some legitimacy to it. Legitimacy meaning loyalty that is unfeigned, isn't from the place of being cajoled. And so there is legitimacy in those kinds of structures. Now, contemporarily, structures are evolving and most are convulsing. In other words, there is this tendency for people to leave an environment, a vision, a corporate ideal in search for greener pastures, in quote, by reason of, the economic challenges that we encounter currently. However, the truth is, when people are pursuing a corporate ideal and there is integrity, accountability, and the system, the corporate aspirations of the people is that the system should go far. One of the things that's most underlooked, that is, the system should have a grand future. One of the things that's most underlooked is the fact that as a corporate structure, there is meant to be transitions. That you're doing a business or that you're an organization does not mean you should be at one level for 5 years. And by that, I don't just mean by reason of increased profit margins for profit-oriented businesses. And for non-profits, I don't just mean that, for maybe NGOs or something, you've been able to enter and access places and the NGOs has expanded in terms of impact. That has to do with it. But that's not just what I mean. I also mean that new capacities within the context of the people who are part of this organization, new capacities are forged, are discovered, nurtured, and brought to the table, to the team, so that together these new capacities can be developed and everybody together is growing. That is the spiritual health of the organization. How that people are evolving by reason of new capacities, psychological, spiritual, professional, and they are bringing all of these capacities together to establish a new premise for the interpretation of the aspirations of the organization in the long run. And this is a continuous process. Now, what happens is that during sessions like this, most people fall out by reason of feeling insufficient. Most people fall out because they begin to think they are a misfit. However, in organizations that have learning cultures and they emphasize this as a corporate ideal, what happens is that everybody who is part of that structure begins to aspire and develop capacities consciously and intentionally. And they set timelines. 6 months from now, where do we want to be? What kind of capacities do we need to generate to be able to come to that place where we can say, okay, the organization has evolved by reason of our collective contributions due to our newly unlocked potentials. This is a major aspect that people are missing. And so you see organizations run for 20 years, and somebody has been an accountant, somebody has been an admin officer, and they are just doing well because they are raking in money, they are able to make profits, and people are getting paid. Maybe they establish 1 or 2 branches, and capacities are increasing in terms of physical infrastructural capacity, but human capacity to come to the place of corporate innovation as a culture, where everybody knows that 6 months from now we have to upgrade, we have to grow, and there has to be innovation such that the organization or the corporate structure can change the dynamics of its organizational or entrepreneurial form, yet under the same brand. An organization can take a new posture in terms of external interpretations, however, still retaining the authenticity of its product delivery processes. So that way, people are not just growing individually, they are growing collectively, they are expanding, and then if such structures begin to be replicated, one of the major benefits of this is that there will be increased loyalty to the brand, increased staff loyalty, increased loyalty, even customer loyalty. Because beyond offering services or products to customers, they admire the fact that they are a part of something that is evolving for the better consistently. And depending on the products and the products that a corporate structure or an organization produces or delivers, a service that it delivers, the quality of clients also have a role to play. The quality of clients you serve per time should give you a sense of inspiration as to a higher dimension of service delivery in order to be able to satisfy clients that don't fall below that standard. But you begin to anticipate, what if clients who have higher standards than this come by reason of the recommendation of these ones? When they see us, what will our corporate image portray before them? And so this should bring a spirit of a culture of collective growth, professionally, psychologically, spiritually, and otherwise, with excellence as the signature, in the delivery processes, so that everybody is growing. It increases brand loyalty, and then you begin to notice that every time the organization evolves, then you've entered into a new season as a structure. New circles of relationships come around, are attracted to your products, your services, new cadre of clients coming to serve, and then new strategic relationships that can also open the business, the structure, the organization to some sort of diversification, right? Diversification in business, because as we grow, we're supposed to evolve, and part of the evolvement processes as a structure or an organization or a service delivery entity is that there is diversification in the investment portfolio or in the managerial processes, administrative processes of the organization. There is some kind of innovation must be given room for maximal expression, and that's the key to expansion, and that is the expression of an upgrade and a change in times and seasons structurally. And so I hope that somebody has been able to learn something from this today. And so until Monday next week, have a great time. Thank you.